Well, greetings there, Kibbers. Welcome back to the suffering. It is I, Red, here with another shitty stream. The best ones. The best shitty streams on planet Super Earth. Yes, that's me. Absolutely got no goal whatsoever for the stream today. I'm actually... Can I say that I'm actually in a bad mood today? Is that a thing I'm allowed to say on stream? I think I'm allowed to say that on stream, right? But I'm not really like in a bad mood where it's like... you know, take out my anger on other people or anything like that. I'm more like in a bad mood because I'm like sick of shit, you know? I'm sick of people. People are annoying. People are disgusting. Yeah, I can lie as much as I want. I still got my Red Bull though, and I'm still making a valiant effort or like a valiant attempt. Don't really expect anything from the stream. I'm just glad that you guys could tune in, enjoy the stream at all, really. I can kind of tell. So here's the thing. I think I started to develop some sort of like magical feeling here. Or a magical ability. Not fully though. But I can almost tell sometimes, some days, some afternoons before I even go live. It's like, I think people are busy with stuff. You know? I can sort of like get a feeling. I can sense the room already. It's like, today is probably not a good day to go live because everyone's like, probably not gonna have time. Sea of Thieves. Man, I can see that game getting frustrating by itself though. But yeah, let's do this. Let's have a little bit of a bent here. Let's not just sit around and dance around the bushes, you know? I'm actually a little bit bothered of like people in general. Yes, I have my situation at home. I have the noisy stuff. I don't sleep well enough. That really affects me. But it's the kind of thing with like people in general, or people online in particular. They kind of like dance around like their names and stuff like that. It's not like, this is not specifically to why I'm bothered today. It's just like one of those many things that you bump into. But they tend to change usernames a lot, all the time. And they're like very shady and very fishy, and you can't trust them for one bit. And it's like, personalities like bouncing a little bit back and forth. I had some, throughout the years, you know, I've been on the internet for quite some years now. And there's been many people throughout the years where it's like, you kind of get to know them, and then you think you know them, and then they change username, you think you still know them, then change username again, you think you still know them, and then they do some weird shit. And it's like, okay, I can kind of see now why you keep changing your username. Because you probably did some stupid things to other people, you said some stupid things, you did some stupid things. And I know there has been exceptions. There has been cases where I actually bumped into people that has done that sort of thing. But for most parts, they have been okay. You know, it's not that they make them directly like a bad human being. But it's still the kind of thing where in many cases, it's kind of like, if you guys ever had a person that you talked with, and that you know, that did maybe something really shitty to you. Like, it doesn't maybe need to be like, you know, they ended your puppy and made them disappear. Nothing like that. No. I mean, something like maybe they did like a really shitty thing, you know, as a supposedly friend or whatever. And then they go around and they change their name, you know, afterwards. And it's sort of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pretend like that never happened. Because it happens a lot. That's kind of, maybe there's some truth to that. I can't say for certain. But we all have those kind of people, and I just get kind of tired of seeing it. Because it's not like it's by accident, or it's like, whoops, I forgot my passwords, or I forgot my usernames, or the account stopped working, or I wasn't comfortable, or, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure there could be those to take offense to this. And you're absolutely free to take offense to this. But you also need to look at it for what it is. Because some of us, we sit around on our same names, we use our same identities for X amount of years, and whenever someone gets a little bit of their panties in a twist and they take a shit and a huge dump on the internet, and they might be saying something rude towards you, or rude, like just publicly try to shame you, or be rude in general, anything of that sort, try to cause you issues, try to cause you headaches. We are not the pussies that prance around and change our names constantly. We stick to our guns, like, you know, we are the people, we exist here. And that's kind of like a little bit what I lean towards. There hasn't been, now I need to be very specific here, there hasn't been a specific case of this happened recently. There's nothing like real that makes me like, oh, this specific thing, this person is an absolute asshole. It has been many cases over the past, you know, over the time. No, it's not. Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to get that out there because it kind of like got stuck on my mind. And there has been many cases in the past when that exactly those kind of things has happened, you know? And essentially, I also want to put out, love you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. But I am sort of like preaching to the choir here. Like, there's not going to be anyone challenging me here with what I'm saying. There's no one that's going to be here like trying to start and argue with me here in my own stream at this very moment. Unless we get like random people, you know, random people bumping into stream. And that's not happening right now. I see it now, so. But, you know, I can have bad days too. Everyone can have some bad days. I'm not like gonna take it out on anyone necessarily. But there's a lot of things. And I kind of like came to this conclusion sort of a few days ago when I was just sitting around. There's a lot of things I don't say. Like a lot of stuff like towards people, because I'm kind of like of that sort of blood where throwing like random negativity out publicly on the internet on towards people, sometimes it could be very justified. Other times it just causes more issues than it solves. So I've already been like, I can have a conversation, I can have a discussion with people around me. But as far as like streaming goes or anything like that, or having conversations with people in this way, there's not much point in like sitting and trying to throw shit like onto people that are doing dumb stuff. Like that sort of focus doesn't really help anyone. It doesn't really help me. But I came to the conclusion that I am very often very quiet about those things. You know, things that makes me bothered, annoyed like that. That rubs me the wrong way. Don't really talk about that. Don't really mention it to people. And so I'm talking to you guys right now for some reason. Because I had no way better to start the stream because I'm having a bad day today. I hope your guys' day is better though. You're having a better time. Actually, I had some consideration since you two are here in the stream right now, as far as I'm aware. I don't really know how I would go to the ways to do like podcasts or something like that. You know, it's sort of like talking show sort of thing where I kind of be like a little bit silly and just talk about subjects. They would be probably a little bit similar to how we talk to the stream right now when we're not doing anything. Dying of allergies. How can we slay those allergies? Is there anything we can do? Anything we can do to help? Maybe you need a Red Bull. I feel like so stupid drinking a Red Bull right now because I'm not really into having like a good time tonight like this. I kind of just want to go to bed, fall asleep, and like wake up in 3 days or something. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, I mean, you got a point. Like, and the thing is too, like, the general environment, you know, around people. I know sometimes I can be very negative for XYZ reason, but I'm still trying, like, not to be it all the time. And, like, around groups of people or strangers, I don't try to be that way. Because people have their own problems, you know? People have their own situations and cases in their lives that they deal with. And maybe, like, my shallow complaints on stream, let's say I slept bad. I'm having a sucky day. And then I kind of, like, you know, talk about a little bit how it sucked, and then I'll leave it at that. I don't really aim like my anger towards people, you know, or towards anyone in particular. But yeah, there's sometimes like, I don't know why I started the stream so negatively, but I guess I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to do something like that. I felt like I had to. Because like, I've been like thinking about that. Like, I just don't throw stuff out. There's so many people. It's also like going back to the whole online issues. I sound like I need to go out and touch grass at this very moment. I've been outside today, by the way. Just want to point that out. But yeah, it's like, you know, hate journals, posting shit online, like going in between people and trying to cause issues. It kind of like makes me sick to some extent. Like, you know, I can fully understand, like, if someone is giving you a hard time for, like, several years, or you're being harassed or something like that, or, you know, doing some really shady stuff. I can understand that maybe you make some sort of, like, call out journals, like, hey, just so you know, I have nothing to do with this person. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I don't want this to happen anymore. But it's just, like, in general, like, the whole canceling call-out thing and negativity online and stuff like that. It's just way too much of it. You have, like, people just making videos, essentially, like, causing issues or talking about drama and stuff like that, and that's very juicy, and a lot of people like it for some reason. And I'm trying not to fall into that sort of point, at least, or that sort of community. You don't want to be that. We want to be positive here. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate hearing those words, but I know... so there's been a lot of people in the past. You know, they show up, and maybe they tell you something like, just so you know, let's say it's like, oh, how are you doing? Ah, I'm like a shit or something like that. And I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Just so you know, you can always come to me and talk if you have issues. You know, it's a very nice gesture. It's very appreciated. But at the same time, it's like, it's sort of like an invitation to just show your bad side. It's like what gets to you, what bothers you. And I have been in so many different, can I call it friendships of sorts? Or like had contacts with people that has offered that exact same thing. But it's, from my general perspective or my general view, it's the kind of thing where it doesn't help you as a person. Now, you can always talk with people. I think it's very healthy to have conversation with your friends and be able to talk about stuff that bothers you, stuff that upsets you or whatever. But there also, I've seen cases of groups of people, like I've been invited to groups of people. I've been part of groups of people where it's kind of like you step your foot in and you realize when people have the biggest of conversations or when they get along or when stuff's happening, it's usually because of some drama somewhere or someone having issues with someone or someone making fun of someone. And I'm going to be making it very clear though, I don't want to be hypocritical. I have made fun of people in the past. Like, I don't go around and harass people or anything like that. But if I sit in a group of people and something happens and someone else is being, like, really fucking stupid, like, in that conversation with my friends, like, ah, look at that guy. What the fuck is he doing? Like, you know, those kind of things. It's like, okay, that person is, like, really weird. Stuff like that. Anyone can do that. And I think that's normal. I think that happens. Because, you know, we stick to our groups. We stick to our friends. But it also gets to the point where some people might rely on that sort of interaction. They rely on that sort of interaction in order to keep entertainment up or in order to keep people happy and such like to be popular in a group even. Is that a way to put it? I don't know. It's just opinions. These are just opinions. This is just me talking, you know. I just feel like I don't share like my opinions about people or like stuff that people say in that sort of way a lot or enough. Well, enough I probably do. But this is not like positive energy podcast, positive energy video. Let's all be happy and jolly. It's not that kind of mood today. I'm here sipping my fucking drink and trying to have a good time, and it's not working out, so. Imagine what negative stuff you absorb in life is. It kind of is, yeah. But sometimes I feel like you absorb the negativity. And then it gets to a point where you have nowhere to get it out of you, you know? Because you're like sitting there trying to be normal and talk to people and be like, okay, let's not focus too much on negative stuff. Let's try to make good stuff here. Let's try to keep people semi-happy at least. And then it just goes to shit because you realize that maybe you're one of the few people around you that kind of like don't move or like throw the thing forward. Like one negative part to another. Someone has issues and they throw it onto another person. I actually appreciate sometimes when I've been able to just sit and listen to someone who's actually having some problems or struggling a little bit or whatever. And it's like, okay, whatever they're struggling with, it's like real life maybe. People in their nearby vicinity, in their, like, let's say like someone on the other side of the planet. If they tell me something that, you know, a bad experience they had with people or something they're struggling with, there's no way in hell, like, I'm probably gonna bump into this person in real life and know who they are. Or, like, whatever they would tell me, there's no way in hell I could cause issues for this person. There's no way I could cause issue for myself. But what I can do is be there for the person, you know? Can be there and maybe be helpful to some extent. Make them a little bit more happy. And I think a lot of people in that sort of situation know that, okay, I'm only doing a good thing for this person here that I kind of care about, you know? Or say any group of people would have social score rankings. No way around it. That's kind of true, yeah. Now we can tap around that and be like, some groups can be like, you know, more fairer than others. Like, you know, it can be more evenly diverse between the people in the group, like who's doing what, who's saying what, and like the amount of respect around the group. Like, I still think like who's leading a social score ranking, like it's really hard to like specifically pinpoint that word and be like, this is exactly how it works in a group, but I get your point. There can be groups where it's more evenly spread out, so like everyone's like sort of respecting each other and it's working out. But I definitely will agree that even with a group where people work well together and get along, there tends to be one, maybe two people that has like more of a, okay, let's go do something, or we're doing something about this, or we're changing this, or we're gonna do this. Like, you know, it's kind of like not leadership necessarily, but how do I explain it? I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. That makes me think, when speaking of ego and selflessness, have you guys seen the anime called Blue Lock? I think I mentioned it in another part of the stream sometime a while back. And essentially, it's like this anime about Japan making an international football team to become like World Cup winners or something like that. And they make a special program trying to like find the best football players or something like that. And it's all about people like, they're talking about ego in that, and like people bringing out their inner egos and like learning how to play around that. It's a little bit like far-fetched to maybe talk about that and try to make the comparison on stream here, but it's a little bit like that. A little bit like that. If you're healthy and wealthy. That sounds like a funny name to a song or something. If you're healthy and wealthy and are doing well in life, making other people happier and more prosperous is so much easier. But of course, it means Jack when bettering your life is a big hurdle. Sort of, yeah. Preposterous. Yeah, sometimes I can't read. I mean, who am I kidding? Sometimes I can't read in general. What is text? You know, I'm just pretending. I don't even know what the chat is. I don't really know what to do, what to say. I don't know anything about what is real life. I think I even put in... No, did I? I wrote in some really weird fucking tags for the stream, and I was like, life is a simulation. I don't know if that one ended up in there. I don't even remember what I put in there. Yeah, I'm essentially guessing. This is not a live stream, you know? This is not performed in front of a live audience. This is a recording. This is a video recording. Exactly, like every single stream I ever had on this channel has just been a video that I posted. It's not a live stream. It's just a lie. This is what you want to think. But yeah, I don't really know. How does one bring like random people to a stream like this? How do? I think I've tried anything at this point. Or we have tried even. Some of us. Because you guys have been here for the streams too, right? Changing the category, using weird ass tags. The lies and fraud of Redline Lies. Yeah. You know how many times I've heard that? It's even funny when some people try to like use it to sort of offend me. Like, yeah. You know, because everything says like Redline Lies. It's like, it's almost funny. It's like, I guess I set myself up for that one, but you know, it's you just really, you know, those people who sound kind of like dumb. No offense. But yeah, this is gonna be forever the stream where it's like taking a dump on people that I don't like the stream kind of thing. Nah, I'm not tossing out any names here. We're not throwing shade on people, right? We're just talking about general things, right? Nah, a little bit too forward. A little bit cringe, bro. Cringe. And why don't you skibidi on my lap instead? That could be because here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're watching probably what YouTube is considering the smallest and dumbest and shittiest stream on YouTube. So any other stream that's being suggested to you, YouTube's like, you should watch this instead. You should watch this instead of this guy. This stupid ass guy sitting here streaming. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe. See, I had plans. I was like, maybe I should try to stream today. Maybe I should try to play some games. I don't know if that's gonna happen right now. I really don't think so. I'm just gonna sit here and be bothered with life for a while. That's what's gonna happen. You know what? If you're gonna be completely honest, I've gotten some too. I've gotten some, not necessarily streams though. Streams have been super rare to get. I think there's like, I could probably count them on my hand. But I have gotten videos, like lately, like maybe since half a year back, at least, where it's just smaller channels. Like there could be views in like the tens up to 100. Sometimes it's like 1K views or whatever. But like, you know, when you get video suggested to you that has like under 100 views. I think that's pretty neat. Now, I will be honest that most of the videos that I have checked hasn't really been within my interest. Like, YouTube doesn't really know what to suggest to me, because most of the videos hasn't been like, oh, I can watch this. Nah. And I also, like, you know, some, you know, if I watch someone, like, recording webcam stuff and the audio is not even good and I can barely see what's going on in the video, I'm gonna click away pretty quickly, you know? But I am on YouTube a lot, and I watch a lot of stuff, so I don't mind being suggested, like, random things. Well, at least it's cool that you get some new watchers and viewers. That's how you saw one of my videos, I think, even. Interestingly enough. And you're, like, one of the few people that I know that I stuck around, at least, for it. Interesting. It's very interesting. We can do better. We can do better, though. We can have lots and lots of people turning up into our streams. But yeah, I don't really have faith here. I don't really have faith because I honestly don't really know what people want to watch anymore. Okay, but here's the deal. Let's share a little bit then. What, like, your homepage, what actually shows up on your homepage? Because the thing is, I could probably go on for quite a while to all the different stuff that shows up on my homepage. Or my suggested feeds. Or whatever it is. Like, it's very specific stuff from specific channels, and, like, it's all over the place. Like, sure, I get suggested some of the bigger stuff from the bigger channels, but, like, at the same time, it's like, I honestly don't know. I don't think YouTube knows what I directly want, if I'm going to be completely honest, except the few like channels I'm subscribed to. And they suggest the videos, like, sure, that's like an easy bet for you. But I honestly don't think they know necessarily exactly what I want to watch, because I watch so many different things. And in all honesty, I don't think even YouTube knows exactly what my channel is about, or what, like, who to suggest it to. That's really how I feel. I mean, that's one way to do it. It's not wrong, like, if you try to, like, mess up the algorithm in that sense, but, you know, obviously. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolate. Yes. That sucks, actually. Let's rant a little bit about YouTube again. So, you know, when you, like, I don't know, I can know one thing that's happened, like, on my subscriber feed, or not subscriber feed, sorry, my home feed. It's like, you can just be clicking on videos, and there's, like, maybe one damn single video about, let's say, someone playing Guitar Hero. I used to play Guitar Hero when I was younger. And then all of a fucking sudden, oh no, I swore. Damn it. Damn it. Sorry, YouTube. But yeah, then all of a sudden, you get like 10 videos in your home feed about like a random, like, 100%ing Guitar Hero stuff. Like, it bothers me so much. Like, I get it. Maybe I'm a little bit interested in the subject, but it does not mean that I want to watch it, like, for 1 hour ahead or, like, only thing I care about. It's really annoying. And that's not the only thing. Also, hello, Nako. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could tune in to the suffering. Let's give you a fucking welcome. Let's doom this stream even more than my channel has forever been doomed. I think you guys might have examples too. Maybe you have more fresher, better examples. But I swear, like, that happens maybe once a month at least. We have... You watch one specific video on YouTube, and then all of a sudden, you wake up next day, and all of a sudden, like, there's the 10 different videos on your homepage, and it's like, yeah, this thing here. It's like, I don't even care that much about it. I never were that interested. I mean, that's cool that you do, but then you usually pick that, right? You choose to watch those type of videos. Maybe even you search it yourself. But it's like, just because you clicked one video about one specific subject when you're going through all the different videos, doesn't mean all of a sudden you want to watch 10 of them, you know? That's kind of what bothers me. And like the Guitar Hero stuff, that was like one specific thing that I remembered from recently. There has been other situations in the past where it's been similar to. Like maybe I look up a specific game or something, or I listen to a specific type of music, or a song even. And it's like, oh yeah, you listen to, I don't even know. Barbie Girl by Aqua, and all of a sudden all you get is like Aqua music and like late 90s kids pop music, you know? It's a little bit like that. It's like I still, the YouTube algorithm sometimes, they pick very specific things and they hone in on it and then just blast you with it. They don't like go necessarily like nearby stuff or suggested nearby stuff. Like, they don't let you go and watch a few things. They just like, oh, they must be in an Aqua mood today. Let's only suggest Aqua to this person. That's the feeling I get with algorithm on YouTube, at least. But I feel like if there's any subject, I don't know, should we really sit and talking about algorithm and YouTube again? Because I feel like that's like one of my go-to subjects I discuss sometimes on stream randomly when I'm playing stuff or when I'm doing things. So I feel like this is our bore people out subject. You really want to talk about algorithm? If you do that, I will be forever grateful, but I suggest it not. Actually, I think YouTube is smart enough. You know, with anything that comes like with botting or people like faking views or faking likes and things like that, I think YouTube got a pretty decent system so they can see that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they have that too, where it causes more harm to people's account than it helps them, you know? I've been browsing and ninjing on like Reddit and stuff like that, and I know for a fact there are people that does that, and they do it a lot. And I also seen posts about people who have done it and then made the channel worse because YouTube has like seen it's like, okay, this person botted views or botted subscribers or something like that, and then it's just they just hide the account. It's like semi-permanently they hide the account, sort of. And I don't know how long they do it, or it's like about like YouTube works in mysterious ways. It's magic. We will never know. Whoa, let's go. We got 4 viewers, I think. Oh my god, we're so popular, you guys. We'll see how long that stays, though. I'm usually used to being poor on views on this platform. Yeah, but here's the deal, though. I think they have stuff as well where they tell like, okay, this is a person in a browser on a computer like actually doing stuff right now. So they are listening to the video or doing whatever. Having like random server PCs with a browser going on to a specific video and just having a video on loop, I think they can kind of like tell or notice that something seems a little bit off. Like, you know, removing views and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe I should do that. I should just do like some other channel. I should just re-upload videos. I should just steal videos and re-upload them and get lots of views. Because that's apparently popular. People do that. And they get away with it. Yeah, they do. YouTube or Google. We should say Google. The Google overlords. They know about everything. They know about every little single thing we do. They know the pattern in which you go to the toilet and take a bathroom break. They know the air you breathe. They know your favorite food. They know the name on your pet. They know the name of your mother. Oh no, maybe Google even sleeps with your mother. Do you imagine that? You just come home one day, it's like, Mom, I'm home. Walking inside. It's like completely quiet, and then you just hear some weird moaning sounds, and then there's the Google logo. Or Alpha logo, actually. You know, they changed that. It was another thing, like many years ago. They changed their logo, or they changed their identity from Google to just like Alpha Company. Just so they could have Google as a subdivision company, like under themselves and get away with a lot of shady stuff. It's transforming the videos with free speech by using an entire video, injecting with random meaningless commentary every 5 minutes. Yes! Let's rebrand our channel. Let's turn it into reaction channel with reaction content where we just take other people's videos and react to it. Because that's that's actually... Okay, so I was making even more fun of just people that actually just like steal stuff, you know, videos, and then upload them and get lots of views. But yeah, that's protected. Like, if you have a reaction channel or reaction videos, as soon as you put a webcam and you sit and name the video like reaction video or whatever, you're protected by that. Like, it's not considered stealing. Transformative, it's not. I think that's bullshit. But it is protected. We are protected by the society to do reaction videos. Let's do that. I don't think I could get away with like using a still picture of Red though. I don't think that works. I'm not cool enough. I should become like a... I think VTubers might be, or like picture tube. What's it called? It's not called. Hell, no wait, no actually, what is it called again? Because VTubers is when you have like a video avatar thingy in the corner. But I think this... Oh yeah, PNG tubers. That's the one. They have their own name. Yes, it's very important. We don't want to offend anyone on this channel. So you have the VTubers and you have the PNG tubers. They're slightly different. Technically, we could turn this channel into a PNG tuber thing, because I already have like the avatar and stuff like that, you know? Kinda works. How would you guys like that? I think that was a pretty bad fucking idea though. 100% stealing and doesn't count as free use. Most original uploaders just don't want to invest the fund. I think you might have a point, but I'm not so convinced. I am not fully convinced, because I do believe that there's a thing. There's a reason why there's so many people that like boomed and did the reaction thing. It's not only because they get views by taking like popular videos and content. It's actually that you can... Here's the deal. You can go and like, let's see a new band releases a new song. Like a super popular song. And you have a reaction webcam next to it. Even though you're showing the music video and the music is in the background, as long as you're giving your own like reaction to it, it's considered like transformative content or whatever, and I think you're safe. And the same thing works with like other... Technically, if you wanted to, you could take like any video on my channel, react to it, and you'll be safe because you're reacting to it, you know? I could be wrong though, but I'm pretty positive that works out. Yeah. See, that's what I thought about. Like, if you change it up, you turn into a PNG tuber when you have, like, the syncing of the voice things and whatever. The problem is, like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I have no hate towards people that are PNG tubers or VTubers or anything like that. But having one still image, whatever, it just feels more laid back and casual than having, like, a half-baked, not fully as you want it, because the moment you try to turn something into moving PNG or a 3D model or something, it would need to look amazing. Like, the thing is, if I were gonna have a model, I'm kind of sharing here. I'm sharing my opinion here. If I were to have a model in the corner of the stream, like you see this image right here, that makes like matches with how I'm speaking and stuff like that, it would need to be a beast model. Like, it would need to look so good and so accurate, and like, you know, I don't think, number one, finding someone that makes a model like that, and I don't know. It's definitely more chill. Yeah. It doesn't feel so much... Here's the deal too. So, personal opinion, it doesn't feel like I'm so much up in you guys' face, or people streaming, general, or people streaming, sorry, people tuning into the stream. Not like up in the face. It's like, you guys can decide if the commentary is good enough to stick around and listen to. You guys can decide if you want to be in the stream here and be in the chat. Stuff like that. While if I have a model moving around like a doll on the screen, I feel like I'm sort of forcing people to find me entertaining. Don't get me wrong though. There could come a point in time where I would invest or get the chance to have an amazing model represent me on the stream. And therefore, I'm not going to hate on anyone that has a 3D model or do like the VTuber stuff. Maybe one day. Also, welcome to the stream view. Long time no see. I mean, not super long time. I think you tuned into a stream like a few months ago or something, but, you know, it's still a long time. Seductively. How are we going to have it? Are you going to have it cute or are you going to have it seductively? Because I honestly don't know at this point. I really don't know. So you're into pause. Is that what you're saying? This is what I'm reading. This is what I'm reading, Virtual. This is what I'm seeing it as. Seductively cute. So I'm not that right now. I see how it is. No, but okay, so to put like tie some sort of end to that sort of conversation, it's essentially, I don't mind VTubers, I don't mind PNG tubers, even though it's not necessarily my favorite type of material. But if I were ever to do it, I would feel like, oh, I need this amazing model. Like, I really feel like, okay, this suits me, like, this suits how I want to interact with the chat, and that's really tricky. So, possible, yeah. phone battery. Don't you have a charger? You need to do the charging of charging things. It makes it very happy. I actually put my phone on charging right before I started the stream, so I'm now really... I'm not gonna say restless, that's not the right word, but I don't know how you guys... I have this sort of thing where my setup, I get used to where I have all the things, and I always tend to put my phone in a very specific area under my monitor. There's nothing there right now. And the thing is, when I'm streaming, it's very likely that I pick up the phone just to check notifications, because here's the deal. When you're streaming, it's easier to check the phone and see like all notifications from like different websites and stuff like that. It's like I can keep track of stuff that's going on outside of the stream through the phone quickly. Just tabs. I can't like interact because obviously I'm a guy and I can't do two things at once apparently. But yeah, it's like the kind of thing where sitting and like typing stuff out on the phone and then being like super engaging in the stream, that's not gonna happen. But it's a good way to do it. And I don't have my phone right now because my phone is fucked up somewhere and charging, so. Oh no, he swore again. Well, that sucks. You're digging us further and further down. Sweet. Are they laced ribs? Not roasted hams? Cooked hams? Steamed hams? Do you want steamed hams? Damn, now we're talking about that, so you're gonna bring in the drugs as well. God damn it. We're gonna have like all the flags being shown here on that stream. Archer, you're never gonna make the stream go mainstream. I think I'm more of a spagooter mood though. I went to the store just before the stream, as I usually do, and I bought myself like a big frozen pizza and threw it into the oven and ate that. It was a little bit cheaper than buying the real thing. And also I had to go to the store anyways because I was out of drink and stuff like that. Open the door. Give me this bagooner. That's a decent nickname actually. Sadie Spaghetti. Yeah. Maybe they forgive you. Maybe YouTube will forgive you. The Google overgods will forgive us so the stream does not go to crappers again. The stream is actually set as entertainment. Has the stream been entertaining yet? Have I filled my entertainment quota? Because I did not set this stream as a gaming stream, because I was like, well, screw this. What's the point? No one checks the... I was considering putting it at people and blogs, because technically we were just talking about live stuff or random stuff. And I was thinking maybe if someone saw that, they'd be like, oh, here's a person. Here's a person streaming. Let's click on the stream and check what the person is talking about. Are you not entertained? Yeah. Good luck with the charging of phones. I'll try to stay around and be entertaining. I don't even know how to do that. I'm practicing right now. Entertainment, what is that? See, I think I could have probably benefited a lot from actually like doing comedy of some sort or being smart. Yeah, I'm not smart. It's just like the kind of thing. Like be able to come up with jokes, crack jokes. You rarely and if never ever hear me crack a joke. Since was the last stream, you heard me like crack a joke on stream. Like we're not talking like dad jokes or something like that now. I mean like an actual joke. I don't think I make people laugh like ever. Being smart could be useful. How does one get smart? Entertainment. So essentially, you're calling me a clown. I'm just being here. I'm a fucking clown. That's all I am. I'm pretty sure there are people online that would agree to that. People that don't like me very much. I don't even think, in all honesty though, I don't even think I would make it. I'll be like one of those sad clowns. Wow. You know, one of those sad clowns that just like hold a balloon and they don't really do any fun stuff. They're just sad. Hence the name sad clown. I mean, sad clowns might do stuff. Oh no. Maybe I'm like turning in like a Joker or something like that. This is my turning point. This is when I actually are about to go insane. This is not good, guys. This is not good. I mean, kind of got a point. Clowns can be kind of scary. Here's the deal, though. Clowns never really scared me that much as a kid. Like, even, like, super young. I think everyone, so everyone, every single person that ever was a child, they were scared of something when they were younger. Anything, like something. Sometimes people have, like, more similar stuff. I think one thing that I do remember. Now, I'm not gonna say I was scared of dinosaurs, because I wasn't really scared of dinosaurs. But I remember one thing, and that was when I was younger. I used to bike a lot. Especially, I used to bike a lot to my friends. And I feel like I mentioned this at some point in an old stream many years ago. But I had like this wood section between my house and some of my friends. And I had to bike through the woods. Usually when I got a little bit older, I had to bike further through the woods. And there was no, like, lights there. It was, like, very dimly lit, like, the lampposts were far and in between. And, I remember biking there for some reason when I was younger. My brain always went to, oh, there's gonna be, like, a velociraptor behind you in the woods that's gonna start chasing you. I don't know why my brain went that way, but, you know, those kind of dinosaurs. Yeah, so that was kind of like what I was scared of, or afraid of. I'm gonna put, so I biked fast as shit. Like, I almost competed with myself. Like, as soon as I went past the last light post into the woods, my legs kept going. Like, holy shit, I biked so damn fast. Clowns, I had a close thing was clown dolls. I mean, dolls can be kind of pretty weird. They're a bit more like creepy more than scary, though. Social interaction. Ouch. Well, in all fairness, when I was younger, I was very shy. I wasn't shy. Shy is not the right word, but strangers. Like, talking to, like, strangers or engaging with strangers that I've never seen or never talked. Like, that was like, I don't want to. Kind of thing. Wait. Wait, okay, now you need to explain this. Are you saying that social interaction turned into a kink? I don't understand this. I don't understand now. Now you need to explain what's going on here. Or do you mean dolls? There's so many things that I can see here. This is confusing. This is confusing me greatly. And I don't know what it is that I should see as kink. Maybe confusion is a kink. Oh, raptor chasing you. Okay. Alright, alright. That's an interesting one, though. That is an interesting one, though. It's not terrible, but... I mean, some of you guys on the internet, and you in your kinks, I don't get it. I'm a pretty vanilla boy myself, so... Just chatting about whatever is my two friends. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You usually have some people or some friends you're more... I'm the same way, like, I can talk about a lot of stuff to my family. But there's still, like, the thing where they are family, you know? They're not friends in that sort of way. Family, you kind of... I know some people, though. Some people have that kind of family where it's like they can talk about anything. Absolutely anything. And it's like their family is like one open relationship, essentially. Nah, that's not how it is for me. Not at all. And here it comes. It strikes back, the stuffy nose. I had to mute myself for a quick moment. Usually when I drink cold drinks, and I talk way too much without breathing enough, apparently, I get a stuffy nose. It's an issue of mine. Keep your distance, stay safe. Hey mom, guess what I do on the internet? I don't know. I think my mother, like, knows I do some streamy stuff at times, and I talk with people online. Because when I still lived at home for a moment, like, she knew I was sitting, like, in Skype calls and stuff like that. And she knew that I interacted with lots of people around across the planet. So that's, like, not new. But obviously, I don't think she knows exactly what the sort of stuff I talk about and which all the people I talk to and what I do. Yeah, that's fair. Actually. Stay away from people. People suck. That's my summary of this. People suck. And they're gonna continue to suck. And that's just how it is. It's always important, though. Now I'm gonna get all talkative here, but, you know. It's always important that you have those few close friends nearby that you can talk about most things or almost anything. It's healthy. It's healthy for you. you know, remaining the person that you are. Because not having anyone to talk to probably sucks. I mean, even I have quite a lot of people that I can talk to online. But just because I have been online for the time that I have, some of you guys have as well. I'm not going to say that I'm the only one. I'm not trying to be unique here. But it's gotten to a point where I still don't feel like some people are like, I can't talk with anyone or my few close people like about any stuff that like, oh, I love to talk about this stuff because I need to get off my chest. Like, I kind of keep it sometimes. You don't want to burden your online friends with all the stuff that you have. No, they're super scary. Discord friends can be super fucking scary. Oh lordy, they're the scariest of the scare. In all fairness though, sometimes you talk with people and you find out way too late that they were scary people. Like, you know, they weren't very nice. They seemed kind of nice, but they weren't super nice. You know? Hello, Stag. Welcome to the stream. We're like, oh, we're talking about Stag right now. Let's see. Welcome, bud. So it's... You can have known someone for like over a year. Like even more. You can know someone for even longer than that. But I think it gets to a point where X amount of years, you know them like 3-4 years or something. And it's like, yeah, this person is cool. They wouldn't do this sort of thing. Because you've been through a lot. You've seen them handle various challenges in life. Or their various situations around your friends. And you kind of was like, okay, this is this person. I know who they are. But I still like a 1-year relationship. Like, friendship. Sorry, wrong word. Friendship. A 1-year friendship, when you're like 15 or 14, it's not very long time. I mean, sorry, it is a longer time. But when you're older, like when you get past 20 or even more, when you gotten to know all these different people and you had all these different conversations and situations, you're like, 1 year is not a lot of time to like get to know someone and be around someone. Oh yeah, that too. Though in all fairness, the one specific, when you say you text chat with a person for years, get them in a voice chat once and realize how different they are. That is... how do I explain it? I think it's a common thing. But at the same time, it's... I think it matters a lot what sort of communities you come from and who you're talking to and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of people that might not like talking in voice chat in the same way. Like, sometimes I can just enjoy a regular conversation through text. Yeah, I can enjoy a regular conversation through fax like any other normal guy. And then all of a sudden, they want to jump into voice chat. Why the fuck is that? Why can't we just be faxing, guys? It's so much easier. But yeah, it's... You should have always, like, some sort of reservation, because, like, when you talk with someone in a voice chat, they might not always be the same in text. And I also think sometimes it could also have to do with, like, nationality and, like, how fluent someone is in English, for example. Because I know there are people that are very good at typing English and very good at holding conversations in English text. But when you get into a conversation in voice chat, it could either be A, they're not very used to talking in English. They might be used to their language, but they're not used to talking, like, stuff. And then the second thing is, when you're writing, you always have a few, like, extra seconds or even a minute to respond. Like, you can think. You can sit and think. It's like, how am I going to respond to this? Yeah. So essentially, when you're going into voice chat, you don't have that ability. You don't have that possibility. And I think that some people, they might become more reserved or drawn back, you know? A little bit like that. Voice chats are nice, but there are a place and space for everything, you know? So, like, even if you like, there was a point in time when I was almost, like, specifically, like, in voice chats for most of my interactions with people. There was something I had a lot of people on Discord that I engaged with, and I sort of even encouraged them to be in a voice chat, because it just made things easier. But some days when you're feeling off, like maybe you don't have the energy or you don't have the time, or maybe you don't want to make noise, like, you know, text chats are really good. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff that we could talk about here, really. This is a very, very wide subject here. Very wide subject here on the channel. Welcome to the facts stream, where we talk about life stuff. Yes. Wait. Numerous times I'd be friends with someone that in my eyes is very chill and doesn't use slurs and talk shit about anyone, but when I see them talking some private Discord server. Yeah, that could be off-putting too. I always give like, here's the deal, I always give like some benefit of a doubt depending on the situation, because I've learned to at least read between the lines a little bit. I've been in so many situations myself where people have done some really utterly shitty things, and catch me in the wrong moment, but like I can be sad. Like, you know, it's like someone pushed me a little bit too far. But I don't necessarily like going and talking shit in big groups about people. I'm not the kind of person. The one thing that I can do is if I get to know someone and they ask me how I'm doing, I will tell them, it's like, this person here has pissed me off because they did this thing, or I'm tired because at work this thing happened, or whatever. You know, that kind of thing can happen. Right, rehab. Thanks. I noticed that, Stag. Hell, when we were slaying the monsters, you didn't say a single thing. Where's that? But yeah, I can totally agree with that, though. There's a point where I think we kind of like lean back a little bit before some of you other guys join, but we're having conversation about people just talking a lot of trash, and like the entertainment of the group or even community or the people is like having a regular conversation about anything else, about what people are up to, what they're doing, how they're feeling. It's like as soon as someone is talking about juicy stuff like drama, someone causing problems, or, you know, it kind of becomes like a them versus us sort of situation or group, or, you know, yeah, you go girl kind of thing. Why did I use that? So you guys understand me, all right? You understand me. Yes. I bet you if the wrong person bumps into this stream, they're gonna be so angry at whatever I'm saying. They're gonna be so mad. And all the hate comments are gonna start flowing. I'll let the hate flow through you. Do it. Rage him. Yeah, you go, girl. I'm practicing my voice acting, can't you tell? Sugar, you called? Shiogorath. Yes. No, but I actually, that's another thing. We can change subject a little bit here. I'll try, let's keep it a variety stream. Like, actually keep it a variety stream. So let's keep the conversations flowing through you all. I have been submitting a few clips here and there. So I'm trying to see if maybe I can like do small, short voice acting stuffs for like small animations or whatever. I'm not really a good voice actor. I'm really not. But like a casual hobby stuff, I think it could be fun. I think I mentioned on another stream how I'm like, oh, maybe going to voice acting or video or whatever. It's been something I've been nosing a little bit. Like, I've not been like directly like, I'm gonna do this thing now. But it's like a side hobby, side hustle. I don't really earn any money from that. That's not my intention. Yes, yes. But essentially, I've been submitting a few clips to some random people and see if they might be interested. I think if I find the right person that has some kind of disposition for maybe an animation or something, that could be really fun. I specifically try to aim for like animal related stuff though. Like imagine like being voice acting like an animal or furry character of some sort. Maybe some narration things too, depending on what it is. But I'm specifically focusing though on like animal characters because I think that would be fun. Because if people get to know like who is voice acting that character there, it sounds familiar, and then, you know, that's kind of how it works. No, I have not considered it. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I have considered it, but it's not been like the sort of thing. It's like, okay, I'm probably gonna do it at some point. I've just been thinking about it because I have my editing stuff and I could probably make something, but since YouTube is what it is and I'm trying to have my channels or like copyright-free stuff, like I try to have my videos uploaded with my stuff, it's kind of tricky. I don't kind of don't want to do that stuff, but it's not an impossibility at some point. But they're just so damn energy draining. They take such a long time. What are you? A furry? I think you're all a bunch of furries. Every single damn one of you. You can't deny it. They're all in the chat. I know it. Yeah. You mean doing AMV stuff? Or do you mean voice acting? If it's voice acting, yes. That's sort of like what I want it to be. Scaly supremacy. Scaly. You're still a furry, though, I think. If you're a scaly, you're still a furry. Same with stag. Stag has a fish icon. It's a fish furry. Has stag and hound in the name, but it's actually a fish furry. Furry, but better. I don't know. yeah, I'm a fish. we need some random person so that never been in the stream before and never been in chat before. Tune in. It's like this person is a furry. They are this kind of furry. We just assign people. If any random person is listening to the stream right now, do subscribe and join the chat so we can assign you your furry position. A cool stagfish. A cool fish hound. Houndfish. Houndfish actually sounds like one of those scary fishes you find like very far in the deep bottom of whatever trench. I fucking forgot the name of it. Something... Ariana's Trench? I think I need someone that's a little bit better on remembering shit. The Furry White House sounds like a series. It's like Netflix original. Just you wait and watch. Give it like 2 years or something. 3 years. And then all of a sudden it's going to be like a Netflix exclusive called The Furry White House. And then you're going to be like, damn, that's exactly what Red said in that stream. The Mariana Trench. Thank you. Did I say that? It's not a Mariana Trench though. We need to get to the bottom of this, guys. The stupidity shall not go. Oh, yo, it's actually right. Mariana Trench. That is the one. I think I said Mariana. I said something Ariana Trench. No, whatever it was. If I didn't say correctly, I was pretty damn close, actually. I was pretty damn close. We can do this. Let's make use of the fancy stream settings, you guys. I'm gonna be an anime. It's like My Hero Academia. It's like My Furry White. Well, but we can use this. Let's be smart. Look at this. I haven't used this. The Mariana Trench, eh? Oceanic, located in the Western Pacific Ocean about 200 kilometers or 124 miles east of the Mariana Islands. It's the deepest oceanic trench. We knew this one, though. That part we do know. Sand shape measures about... Yeah, that's... What's the length? Okay, and... There we go, in width. Oh, it's actually 69 kilometers wide. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so stupid. Depth is... What is this? Give or take 25 meters. But essentially, it's over... It's almost 11 kilometers deep, then. That is pretty damn deep. It's super duper deep, actually. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff, like, my brain, I can rarely remember, like, these kind of numbers. I think I mentioned in other streams, like, it would be fun. If I was any sort of teacher, I would probably want to be a history teacher. Because you talk about, like, a lot of events that happened. Like, history is actually interesting. But I'm stupid, so I can't remember that much stuff. So, it's never gonna happen. I think I need to, like, have one of those freak accidents where I, like, dive into a pool or something and hit my head really hard and I become, like, some sort of savant that can remember, like, everything that happened. That's something that needs to happen in order for me to become, like, a good history teacher. That's a bad way to put it, though. Don't do that, guys. Don't dive into an empty pool. But yeah, essentially. Let's see. The deepest point of the trench is more than 2 kilometers farther from sea level than the peak, Mount Everest. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. It's pretty cool, though. Mariana Trench. Cool. We got some information. See, we are actually an educational channel here. We are educational. So, do we want to learn anything else on the internet today? No, not really. What is there to learn? Probably nothing. That people suck. Wait. Okay. Do say something. History is interesting until you whip out the memorize these 50 arbitrary dates. Yeah, exactly. That you got the point. Actually tell the truth. Maybe. Wiki article to article game. I have never played that. I have no idea how it works. Can I just like search for it? I have no idea what this is. Wiki Racing. Wiki Racing is a game which players compete to navigate from one Wikipedia page to another using only internal links. Oh no, that sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. That sounds like hell though. That's never gonna happen. I think you need to be a little bit smart. It's really fun. It doesn't sound like fun. Okay, it's called Wiki Racing apparently. Can we go to Wiki Racing though? How do I get to Wiki Racing? Wiki-race, the ultimate Wikipedia battle. Oh, you need to... It's a lobby though. It's a lobby. Do you create like a lobby with people? How am I meant to do commentary? How am I meant to do a stream at the same time as playing this? I actually need to read and shit. Yes, I have watched that movie. That one's really good actually. It's like one of the few movies that has been like released like sort of like last 10 years that actually really good. I liked it. Now you could kind of tell though, like, you know, the heavy like the Into the Spider-Verse thing, like, you know, the Spider-Verse that they had with the animation. I don't even know what to call it, but everyone has probably seen that at this point, Into the Spider-Verse. And they had like this animation when they're fighting or fleeing or doing whatever and doing specific moves. You can really tell in the Last Wish or Puss in Boots The Last Wish that they kind of try to copy that style a little bit because it's hip and cool. Oh yeah? Have you seen the Pizza Time? You've seen the original ones? Like the first two? Yeah, I've seen those two. Actually, I think my sister, when she bought her PlayStation, we got a DVD of the first Spider-Man movie kind of thing. The one they released like back in 2001 or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I mean, I will be honest, Wiki Racing is not a bad idea, Virtual. I don't think it's a bad idea to do on the stream, but I'm concerned. Because it would require me to read a lot. And I don't know how... I think I would kill the stream completely. I have already killed the stream though by going live. I killed the stream by just going live. It is. It is. Really happy that I watched that movie. Actually, what convinced me, my friend saw it and he said it was really fucking good. And that friend of mine, he's usually one that's very anti about stuff. Let's see. I need to have some more jazzy music though, otherwise I can't focus. We need jazzy music here. Or we can need something else. What kind of music do we have here actually? I have not expanded my like library of copyright-free music, so I don't have that much stuff to listen to. Stardew Valley is like a little bit snore. I like Stardew Valley music, but the problem with that, whatever. We can put up some Stardew Valley music. Mention something now or it's too late. Where do we go? Maybe here. Oh, no snore. There we go. That's a little bit more chill. Argent metal? Argentinian metal? Is that what it? Iron Man is pretty cool. I don't mind Iron Man. But I'm usually not that interested. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that I had one friend, he's usually like very anti, like he's very focusing on very, like he finds a lot of things. And he said like the movie was good. He said like there was one moment in the entire movie where it's like he didn't like, but otherwise I thought it was good. And a lot of the complaints he has usually are very legitimate. Now, obviously, I don't get that bothered by them, but like if he says that the movie is good, you can kind of tell like the movie is probably good. It's like, save myself the hassle. If he sees a movie and it's like, it's shit, I'm probably not gonna like it. So it's good when you have helpful friends like that. It's very, very, very good. Silver metal. Ocean metal is where it's at. There's actually this band called Dagon. I don't know if you heard about them. I don't think a lot of people have because I don't think they're that big. But they have a few albums that are really cool. And they have one song that's called Ocean Metal. I think maybe one album might be even called Ocean Metal. No, not that kind of Dagon. The band is just called Dagon. And they actually have some pretty sweet metal. I haven't listened... I need to make a mental note right now to actually listen to some Dagon. It's been a while since I did. Mayroom's Dagon. Oh, yes. But yeah, that's a... If you like metal music, that's a warm recommendation from me. Check out Dagon. The thing is, I think you need to, like, if you go on YouTube and search for it, because I don't know if they're on Spotify, you actually need to write something like Dagon Metal Band or Dagon Ocean Metal, and then I think it shows up. But otherwise, if you just search for Dagon, there's just going to be so much other stuff. Which I honestly think could be one reason why a lot more people don't know about them, because their songs are actually really good. Like, the way they've written the music and the songs. It's kind of like, you know, Ocean Metal might give it away, but like the sort of theme they have through a lot of the songs is kind of like, you know, out on the seven seas and sailing and stuff like that. Like, their lyrics are actually really interesting. But yeah, it's also very hard, like, rough sort of metal. You know, it's, if you're not used to metal and you don't listen to a lot of metal, yeah, it's probably not for you. Anyway, I can see that this is probably not the most interesting conversation. So I'll do it like this. Let's do it like this, my friends. Anyone in the chat that has a specific subject that they want to talk about? Maybe you're like a little bit starved. It's like, hey, I had this thing that happened, or this thing that I read about, or this thing that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have anyone to talk about it with. So now I'm a little bit sad. Yeah, I remember that you listen to like hardstyle stuff. I can't say I listen to a lot of hardstyle though. Like, not much at all. There's a few songs here and there I can enjoy. Banger. But yeah, I highly encourage it though. I highly encourage it. I'm trying to be a good conversation here with you guys. So if you have anything on your mind, you can share it. You can share it with the rest of the stream. I don't mind. It's like an open space. It's like you walk into a community center and then be like, oh, we can talk about stuff here. Red is very kind. He actually shares his stream with us. It's like a little bit of those things. Like when you go to like a bigger streamer, they probably have... There's a hard time to get a specific conversation going about a specific thing, or get your streamer, the person you're watching, to talk about a specific thing. Mental. How do you mean? Like, how is it gotten crazy? I can't, like... I'm just assuming... I can't assume even, like, what you mean when it's going crazy. Like, I haven't, like, kept tabs or noticed anything. Like, new, like, rave music. I noticed a few people I talked with, though, that said that they're going to raves, or, like, you know, they've been to a rave, but, yeah. Teaches legally? What are you trying to say here? Well, I hope the instruction or the driving lessons go well. I'm so happy got done with mine eventually. Took a long time though. But yeah, the driving stuff is not always that easy or straightforward. You know what I will say? Is I'm super happy that I rode my motorbike, like manual motorbike, before I went on and did like driving lessons and driving a car, because the whole idea of using a clutch, yes, you're using your foot, but it's very similar. DJing is also like a completely... I think some people don't understand how much work goes into being like a DJ. It's a little bit like, you can see some videos or like social media posts where it's like people are like pretending to be DJs, but all they do is like, kind of like... They have songs that already fade in between, like pre-made. Or do you stand at the table and pretend to be DJs, but they're actually like shit, you know? There's a lot of stuff that goes into being like a DJ. Like an actual real DJ that like mix the songs on the fly and stuff like that. It's kind of impressive. You get like a different kind of point of view, and like respect for that kind of profession. I had a friend actually that he is still a DJ, but he's I don't think he's been DJing in quite a while. Ah, okay. I do hope that the sort of like instructor stuff's teaching goes well though. Grooving on the street. Yes. It's probably gonna be fine. I don't know, have you had any other driving lessons? I think you already had a few driving lessons, right? These are not the first ones. Yeah. I remember my friend when he showed up, like he had like this big set of like burned CDs, like in his car sometimes. And it's just like CD after CD, and it has like set lists with like BPMs, like a paper where it like written down like all the different BPMs on a lot of songs and the different CDs. It took its job very seriously. It's kind of nice. But yeah, DJing, you know, it's like, I think most people don't see or realize, like when people say like DJ or DJing, is that is like real DJing, you know? It's not just because you show up to a party and like you choose the Spotify playlist doesn't make you a DJ, you know? You actually need to be interactive and do stuff to the music as it's playing. Like spend your time, perfect your craft. 4 hours is not a lot. Have you been driving any car in any sort of way? Or like, actually, let me ask you this. Have you been driving any sort of manual transmission vehicles before this point? Oh yeah, that's mad stuff. I have not tried. I don't know how it's like. But that's where actual DJing come from. DJing comes from. My Red Bull is not cold anymore. That was very disappointing. Makes me sad. Actually, see here, I should probably look into changing up my soundboard a little bit on the Stream Deck thing. Or maybe get a few more new ones. I don't really use the soundboard enough. I don't have too many interesting sounds here, if I'm gonna be honest. That's actually another thing. You need to be like very on the top of your toes when you use your soundboard sometimes, because there are sound effects you can use for various situations to make the stream more fun, but I'm not smart or clever enough to use it in most of the cases. I forget it even exists, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay. But did you drive manual transmission before you actually had the practice sessions, you know? With the drivings? Is that a thing? Because I'm thinking if you did like drive any sort of manual transmission vehicle before, it's gonna like help heaps to get into it. Yeah, okay. Because it gives you a head start. It gives you such a heavy head start. You know, it's the kind of thing where you see like some people that are struggling to like operate a vehicle. It's because they never like ridden anything like a motorbike or anything with a manual transmission before they actually get into a car. So they need to learn everything all at once. While if you've already done it before, you can focus more on like, okay, this is how big the car is, this is how it feels to turn it, like this is how it like reacts to all the different things that I do. And you already got like the basics down. So it helps heaps. So you can be happy about that at least. It gives you like a little bit of a head start. But by any means, even if you know that, like operating a big car is obviously clearly way different from like just riding a motorcycle. That's good for you. At least that you knew that. Otherwise they'd be looking at it very oddly. But yeah, I mean, technically it's part of the instructor to kind of like check and asks like, how much do you know? What do you need to know? I feel like that's a very essential thing. At least if I were being an instructor, that would be one of the first few things. Yeah. Actually, okay, so I'm gonna share something. I don't know if I've shared this before, but so before I took my driver's license, I had like practice sessions essentially with my father. That's how it works. Like you can go like with a parent or a relative or something, and you can go through a course essentially that gives them permission to be an instructor and teach other people, like teach you specifically how to drive a car. So you both need to go to that course. So I had my father, and he taught me a lot, like how to drive the car and stuff like that. Now I remember this one specific time. I also gonna be like, he was very like trial by fire kind of person, right? So I got to drive like in rush traffic the second time I even drove the car. Anyway, besides the point, I know there was one time when we were out practice driving, and I think it was like during the summer or something like that, or late spring or whatever. I don't remember when. We were somewhere in the downtown area, driving the car, and it was like one of the smaller roads that were in town there, and there was at the bus stop, and I remember it very well. Because there was a bus that had just stopped, I think, and was about to drive out. And there was a girl that had probably gotten off the bus that were listening to music, and they just walked straight out in the road. And the thing is, let's say if I come in the opposite direction of the bus and the bus is leaving the bus stop, so we're not in the same lane or anything like that. This girl has gotten on the bus and then walked straight out from behind the bus. And we weren't driving super fast or anything like that. But, you know, I'm a practice driver. Maybe I wasn't keeping tabs of that well. And she walked straight out. The fucking idiot, she walked straight out into the road and in front of our car. And if I will be honest, like, the thing is, I did brake when I saw her. Like, it was a very hefty brake. I braked very fast, you know, because she walked straight out in front of our car as I was driving down the road. But the thing is, my father, he, like, got a hold of the handbrake and braked with the handbrake as well. So, you know, I was using the front brakes, he was using the rear brakes, and we managed to stop just, like, maybe 3 meters in front of her. And hopefully she learned a lesson from that too. I don't remember. I don't think she looked like super scared. She looked completely like she had no fucking clue. But here's the deal. Don't get off a bus and just walk straight out to the road and expect people to stop for you. Because in a separate universe, different universe somewhere, I could have hit someone that day, technically. Like, one of my, like, early experiences being out driving cars, like, I could have hit someone and they could have, like, gone to the hospital or something, you know? So now, like, jaywalking, you know, it happens. I'm not the one that gets super angry at it, but, like, it's so dumb to do it if, like, you need to, like, check, you know, check left side, check right side. It's not on to the people driving the car to always stop for you. Now, granted, I think also that where I live, people have way less respect for the road and the cars. They drive okay here, and we also don't drive that fast, like, in cities and usually and stuff like that, but it can happen to anyone, really. So, yeah. Be careful on the road, guys. Both if you're driving and both if you're, like, walking across the roads. Like, always look in both directions. Here's the thing, though. It wasn't even a crosswalk there. She just walked straight out in the middle of the road. That's the thing. There wasn't even a crosswalk. That's what I remember, too. There were no crosswalk. That's why I remember it so well. And the thing is, she could have just have walked, like, maybe 10 meters or something, like, down from the bus stop, and there would be a crosswalk there. I don't know. People are stupid. But, you know, it's the shortest route. Straight over. Just cross the road. That's how it works. But, yeah. That's that. We've been talking about traffic stuff. Now we get to the point again where we're boring people in the stream. We need to be on the tip of our toes and change subject. Otherwise, no one ever will want to listen to us. Ever. I think we're making a pretty decent attempt at a, I'm not going to say podcast, but a decent attempt at an entertaining stream to listen to. I surely, dearly hope that maybe some poor soul is, like, walking around and working on something or, like, workshop stuff, and they're, like, listening to the stream as company. If they are, thank you. Thank you for listening to this stream. I hope you have a very nice day with your work task. I hope it's going well. That's the kind of stuff, like, that's the sort of stuff that I want people to kind of, like, tune into the videos or tune into the stream to be doing. Like, you know, get our company, essentially. It must be feeling kind of weird, though, because sometimes there's stuff going on in the chat, and I, like, read it, but I don't read it out loud at all times. So I think that's why it doesn't make it a really good podcast. That's totally something I would need to change if I ever had, like, a podcast, potty podcast, that kind of thing. I would need to change up, and I would actually need to read out whenever there's, like, questions or a subject that I change to. But then again, sometimes if I would do that, I could possibly read something that's inappropriate. And that would make everyone sad. And that would make YouTube sad. Actually, I think YouTube has this sort of, like, thing where it's like, oh, okay, someone wrote something inappropriate in the chat. It's the streamer's fault. It's their fault. There's nothing they can do about it. But yeah, I don't really... Here's the thing, though. My life is not super interesting. So usually I don't have super interesting topics to talk about. I can talk about very specific things as maybe, like, as they happen. Like, what do? Do I go on a news site, maybe? Let's go on a techie site here. Let's do that. Let's go on a techie site. Have they wrote anything in the techie space here? Not really. Oh, there's, like, a Swedish university over here, and apparently 82 students have been suspended suspended for AI cheating. There's probably way more that does that, though. I'm pretty sure there's even way more. That's actually a very interesting thing that I haven't thought about in like at all, is being a teacher now. And then like where does the line goes from like actual cheating, like copy pasting? Because before it was the sort of thing like, oh yeah, if you copy paste a Wikipedia article, you know, it's kind of like it's too lazy, it's cheating, you need to rewrite this test. But now it's kind of like the whole thing with AI, like how do? I mean, sure, AI writes in a very specific way, and you might be able to tell if you're getting used to it, but it's only gonna get worse from there. You're never gonna know. The first AMD Zen 5 processors has been revealed. That's very interesting. I'm not gonna be able to upgrade, though. Boring red here. Nerdy red here. PTSD of the past couple of days watching one of my favorite content creators make hour-long videos on a developer that reacts to online articles and provides no value. Wait. I'm confused. Okay, so they're one of your favorite creators. Hour-long videos on a developer that reacts online articles and provides no value. Okay. So there's a developer just reacting to online articles. And they are reacting to that. Do I understand this correctly? Oh, so like, yeah, okay, drama stuff. Okay, that makes more sense. Anyways, Ticky Nerdy Red here. I was gonna say, they're talking about like new Zen 5 processors and stuff like that. And I kinda need to get an upgrade at one point. But it's I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's like the money. And the thing is, I can only upgrade like one more step. I got a 3000 series Ryzen processor. And I would only be able to go up to the 5000 series. Single thread performance is way better for games and stuff like that, but that's about it. Silly question. I am... The thing is, I wouldn't consider myself like really a fan of everything, but I dislike Nvidia a lot. So I used to really dislike Intel. When like, after like the second gen processors and stuff like that, or even like a little bit after that, like the way they were running the market, I really disliked Intel, how they were doing stuff. I really disliked Intel, how they've been handling like their performance numbers and like shitting on AMD and stuff like that. Like they were leading so hard, they had like the entire market in their grasp, and then they like completely just strangled everyone, and now they're like bitching about it. Anyway, not really super fan of Intel. They've gotten like a little bit better now, like maybe I would consider, but like as of recent years, I've been like on the AMD platform. And I used to buy Nvidia cards all day, every day for the longest time. Like all my first gaming computers, they all had Nvidia cards in them. But last year, I got my first AMD card that I bought new. Like my first new AMD card. So it's all red in my machine right now. I mean, yeah, that's not the best, but I can't say like Intel's processors are much better, you know? But yeah, I will just put it out there. I'm not really a fan of anyone necessarily, but there's some stuff I dislike way more. And so like, I just feel like AMD is the lesser of the evils right now when it comes to like buying new. I really don't want to give my money to Nvidia. I don't like what they're doing in the graphics card space. I don't like all the AI focus. I don't like the ray tracing stuff that they've been doing. I don't like the way that they're pricing their cards, and like there's a reason why they are worth so much right now on the market. So yeah, no, I don't like Nvidia. Now if I got like a 4090 for free, I wouldn't complain. That sort of thing. But yeah, not really necessarily a fan of everyone in particular. I just have been using AMD in my system for the last, what is it now? 5 years, I think? Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, it's all about AI nowadays, boys. It's all about AI. But anyways, what I was gonna say is like the single core performance. Like if I do any upgrade, it'd probably be, I need a new hard drive, and it would be getting another processor. Yes, it would be a little bit better in the gaming stuffs. Single core, like single threaded stuff. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy right now. It's working for me. I just have this super weird issue with my computer though, where when I have the DOCP profile on the RAM stick, so I can rate it at the rated speeds, on the first cold boot, whenever I turn off my computer and it's been off completely, it doesn't boot. It's like it doesn't get enough juice in the first like kick, like enough voltage or something. So it's just stuck on the RAM lid. But if I turn off the computer and quickly boot it up again, it boots fine. And it's running stable. There's like no instabilities or anything. It's just like the first boot. You know what's wrong with it? Ah! Oh my lord, you're right. There is no gas in it. Let me go out to my car and steal some. Now, it's kind of like annoying because I don't keep my computer on anymore during the nights and stuff like that. I always, when I'm not at the computer for a long time, like when I go to bed, I turn it off. Number one is to save electricity. Number two is for the light, so it doesn't light up the room. And the third one is, I don't know, sound. Yeah, let's say sound, because I get easily bothered by sound, obviously. But yeah, I've been having this issue, and I don't know why. It was ever since I updated from like a very old BIOS version, I started having this issue. Super interesting. Oh my god, I know. But it's not like it kills me. Like the computer boots every time on the second attempt without fail. So I don't think it's anything that hurts the computer, because probably it's just like that extra step that it's doing. It's kind of wonky. You know? A little bit like that. Hello, Silvers. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could peek in. You missed a lot of the action. We had a lot of good chats here. I'll give you... Message rejected. But yes, welcome to the stream. We've been having a conversation here. There hasn't been like any gaming. I've been in a bad mood. I've been in a bad mood today. So I've been sitting and like even ranting a little bit, and we've been just discussing like random stuff, I guess. But you're so welcome. You're also welcome to the stream. Anyway, even if you like it's a little bit on the later side. Random rambles, essentially, yeah. Disgusting stuff. No, disgusting. Did I say disgusting? See, I never know with you, Virtual, if you're making fun because I said something wrong, or if you're just playing around with the words and changing it. I can't tell. I never know. You're making fun of me again because I'm not talking properly. No, I did not. No, not when you posted like that. Not when you posted like that, I did not say it. Okay, fine. It could have been that I was a little bit too fast. I stumbled on my own words and I said disgusting. Well, we have been discussing. That's sad. I actually been considering changing back to Firefox again. But I'm not fully certain. I haven't quite gone. I've been very happy. So I don't know which browser that all of you guys use, but I use Vivaldi, and I've been using Vivaldi since many years back now. I really like how they do with the tabs managing and management and like all the extra features that you get. Wait. I'm not following. I think my brain is getting tired now from all the talking. What do you mean exposed? What you on about, Willis? Exposed for not using Firefox? I'm not a furry like you. No, actually, Firefox is nice. I used to use Firefox for the most part, but I changed to Vivaldi like... It must have been like 7 years ago, maybe? Exposing... Oh, you mean the disgusting. It's proof. I wonder if I can delete clips, though. I think I can delete clips. So technically, if you make a clip, I can delete it. Yeah, Silvers went on to... He's now using Edge. You know, you've seen like the advertisement material, right? Silvers is edging right now. No, I don't even know if you're using Edge right now. I have no idea. I'm on the edge. Okay. A little bit inappropriate to do that in front of a stream. Except Virtual, he's cool with it. It's fine. So edgy. It's all the edgy. I've actually been forced to use Microsoft's Edge a few times as well when my browser's been acting up. I had this weird issue. Actually, I can go onto another profile in the browser. I think it has something to do when some browsers, they have like very specific settings, like how it saves like cookies and stuff like that. You know, your profiles and the data, like essentially can go like super raw and be like save nothing, track nothing, and it just deletes everything. And I think Google Maps and PayPal are two of the ones that I know I have issues with. I can't go on Google Maps anymore because it just complains on the profile that I'm using that, you know, you need to log in, or I am logged in. I just can't use it. And the second one is PayPal. I can get in on the dashboard and I can get in on like the main PayPal page, but I can't do anything from beyond that. Like if I click on like transfer money or send money to a person, it just doesn't work. I need to do it on my phone. It's a little bit concerning and I don't even know why. It wants to open PDF for some reason. Yeah, it's actually my PDF viewing program. No, it's not. I think it's up. I need to save it down. Spend too much. I'm not, though. I'm not spending too much. I've been like barely spending much money at all. Like I did spend €5 on my pay on super credits inside of Helldivers. I just need 5 more credits from one of the packs there in order to be able to unlock one of those premium ones, so I can get like the revolver. That's Opera GX, yeah. The gaming browser. No, I like Vivaldi though. I kinda, if you're using like Chrome at this moment, like if someone would be listening right now and they are using the Chrome web browser, I wholeheartedly recommend Vivaldi. Because it is sort of a Chrome browser. It's just slightly different and has way better features. It's not the fastest one though, I think. But ever since I went from using Firefox to Vivaldi, it's just been really nice. Like keeping several streams open at once or different pages and yeah. I wish I was sponsored actually. Yeah, it is. It's a Chromium-based web browser. So if you're using Chrome, you might as well use a better Chrome browser, you know? That's essentially what I'm feeling. That's my argument, at least, against using Chrome. Because all the add-ons and all the stuff that you use for your Chrome browser is gonna work in Vivaldi. There's no problem at all. You can just copy-paste them over, essentially. No problems. No más problemas. Also, I ran out of Red Bull, and I'm certainly not gonna open another can, because this was a big Red Bull can. In as much as 355 milliliters in this can. It's one of the big ones. The beer can Red Bulls. And I needed that today. But I'm not going to bore you guys because you know how it is for me in my sleep, right? Because you're around for my other streams, so you know how it is. I don't get my sleep because of my shitty neighbors. They can piss off. And today was no exception. And like as we were doing the stream stuff as well, it was crap. Like I could hear them. Good thing I got like my sound dampening blankets and stuff like that. It's not close enough for it to be picked up on the microphone. So you guys, you're fine. 500 milliliters. If I found myself a can of Red Bull that was 500 milliliters, I would be impressed. Are you sure they are? Because that's fucking huge. Because there's this smaller one. I don't know how many milliliters this is on it, but it's like half the size. That's the regular size Red Bull cans. They are not like the beer can size. Oh. That sounds scary. You probably get a heart attack by drinking that. That'll be nice now. I like Red Bull more than I like Monster. Also, there's like the Juneberry one. Red Bull Juneberry is amazing. Essentially what you're saying is that I'm drinking Dookie, and I don't think that's true. Not a fan at all. So we went from Dookie to absolutely dog shit. Yeah, okay. I like the middle ground we're picking here. I mean, you can always drink coffee and stuff like that, Silvus. That's fine. It doesn't need to be the super duper energy drinks all the time. You know? How long have we been going for here? Pretty good. I've been going for 1 hour, maybe 40 minutes or something. Maybe 1 hour, 30 something minutes. So 1.5 hours just talking today. It's a pretty decent length for a stream, I think. It's just always tricky to get people to tune in. Not a single new subscriber, probably. I don't know. I don't even notice that. It's the sort of thing where people need to have their profiles in public in order for me to get a notification if anyone subscribes to the channel. If they have like their subscriptions private, I'm never gonna notice if they subscribe to the channel. We don't get the fancy notification. We need fancy notifications. Vacations. Did the computer building go well though? Are you done with it? Silas, you posted some pictures earlier. You were putting together the computer. I guess you're not gonna be doing any hell diving tonight. It's still getting a little bit too late for that, I assume. So my phone is probably finished charging now. It's like the thing, I tried to reach my hand under my monitor where I usually have my phone, but there was nothing there. It was all a lie. The phone is a lie. Sweet. How upset would you be if the exact same issue happens? You get the same blue screen again. Okay, so 32 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milligrams, so 5 milligrams for local brand energy drink. Okay. How much caffeine is it like in an espresso or something then? He's cursed. Blue screen man. Wait. This one is empty. You mean the 4 hours though. Does that mean a bad thing? Does that mean I did a bad? Because mine is like empty. Now it is. Now there's nothing left. I don't know, I'm thirsty too. Like, there's like one of the better things to do is like when you're streaming. You had a decent... I was gonna say lunch, but that's not right. You had a decent dinner, you have a decent meal. You sit down and you do your stream and you have like an ice-cold energy drink. Especially if you had a day that's been like kind of rough and you've been tired and stuff like that, and you get a good energy drink. It's really nice. It wakes you a little bit up and stuff like that. It's kind of like, has probably to do with that you're consuming food at the same time and your body gets like a little bit easier time to get the energy in or something. I don't know. Digesting the stuffs. Yeah, but then they get warm and they're not nice anymore. They need to be cold. I mean, with most cold... I like really cold drinks. Like, I'm not a super big fan of coffee. Like, I can... Like, sure, a warm cup of coffee works when you're outside in the cold working. Sure. Yeah, that works. But in general, like, I like cold drinks. Like a really cold soda, for example. Super cold Mountain Dew or, like, grape soda or something like that. Yeah. That's more my thing. Love that stuff. Not that you stay super healthy by drinking so much soda. I almost start to suspect, like, if I would cut down and, like, drink no soda at all for, like, a few weeks, my body would be so fucking confused and not know what to do with itself. I am not super healthy. But it's kind of like my addiction. Like, I don't really have, like, you know, I don't smoke or anything like that, or chew tobacco or anything like that. I don't vape or I don't know what else people might be doing. Like some of the more hard drug stuffs. No, I don't do any of that. None. I am suffering though, and not getting my sleep because of these damn neighbors. Equally as bad. Yeah, just like drinking alcohol, I'll rarely do that as well. I used to have a few bottles of like whiskey at home, but I finished those. I got them from like my friend, and it's been nice to have it at home, but I don't know, I'm not that much of a big fan of whiskey anymore either. Like, I can have like a cold, like, I don't know. Smirnoff Ice can work, because it's the same thing. Like, the Smirnoff Ice is almost like a little bit like a soda, and you can have it ice cold too. I mean, it depends what it is. I can have alcohol. Like, I know I'm not a big, like, fan of beer, necessarily. But if you're having, like, a barbecue out a warm summer night or something, and you have an ice-cold beer, that's actually really nice. I can appreciate all that. Yeah, it's very good. You know, I used to have something similar, where when I lived at home still, we had like this bigger flat on the bottom floor. And I lived there with my mother. And the thing is, my room, it was like, my window was like out to like a it's kind of like a side street. You had like a little lawn on the side and had like a big tree next to my window, like a fir tree that covered up the wall. So what I would do, like during the autumn, like even late summer, like early, like it was only like midsummer, it didn't get like super cold, but very often during the nights it was cold outside. So what I would do is that I would just get a plastic bag and I would like hang my Coke bottles, because I used to drink a lot of Coke back then. You know, that was, I've stopped drinking Coca-Cola really, but back then I used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola. So I used to hang like these bottles outside of my window in the plastic bag. And then it was, when I got first, I could get a cold glass. I never had to go to the kitchen to get a drink. And that was like, it's like one of the so like amusing, like fun things, because that was like freedom to me, you know? Yeah, just to be cool. You're gonna be super excited about the panels though, like the tabs. Do it. There's like so many cool things you can do with like, there's also like these side panels. There's like a feature where you can have a browser within the browser. We can write stuff later. Like I can show you some cool features it has, but you're gonna see some of it already. But yeah, I really like the browser. But anyways, what I was gonna say is like the freedom I felt from that, like not needing, I didn't have a mini fridge or something in my room, but you just felt a little bit more, in a weird way, you were independent, like from them. You didn't need to be like going to the fridge in the kitchen and stuff like that. It felt like your room was like your flat, you know? I actually had consideration getting like a mini fridge there for a while, but it's not like I was rich. I had lots of money, so like spending money on that wasn't like a priority. Edging no more, you say? Yeah, but I like Vivaldi. It's been serving me really well. There's been a few weird hiccups it had throughout the years, but it works for most parts. Like I said, like I have too aggressive settings, I think, for like the cookies and tracking stuff and whatnot. So like my maps and PayPal does not work as it should. But I can switch profile and it works. So it's not an issue. And I also have my phone. But I do like Vivaldi. The way you can manage tabs in that browser is like certainly a killer feature. And then also that you can have like a browser within the browser, that's also a killer feature. But you kind of need to figure out like the way you want to use it yourself. Like, okay, I'm usually on these pages, I do this kind of work. Tab splitting, it's amazing too. It managed the profiles too as well. Like lots of the features that already exist in Chrome, it already has. And some features that Chrome added, Vivaldi had before. Like, you know, it kind of comes with the Chromium stuffs that they decide to add. It's good. It's good. I mostly have just good words for it. Yeah, and you can customize it exactly the way you want to. Like, it's super flexible in that way. All the different colors for all the tabs and menus, and you can install themes, and you can set your backgrounds. Welcome back, Mern. Welcome to the stream. On laptop. Well, that works. The stream is what it is. It's getting kind of stale. I think the cool streamness of me having a lot of stuff to talk about kind of died out. Like, you know, it's me. I usually get to my limit around when we get 2 hours into a stream. I can be a little bit talkative and stuff when I get energy when I haven't streamed in a while. And I can jump on and be like, yo boys, what's up? I got these stuff I can talk about. But then it runs out. And I turn into more like a generic forcing out conversations kind of guy. Because I'm not that interesting. I don't touch grass enough. So there's not enough stuff for me to talk about. And since I'm not really playing a game today, I think we've gotten so far into the stream now, I'm not even sure there's any point in me opening a game today. Because the thing is, what ends up happening, usually when we're having conversations like this, we can continue having conversations. But when I do end up playing the game, people's like, oh, now I can sit and watch and chill and watch the game. And then I don't really have conversations in the same way when I'm playing the game. So it turns into like the typical kind of stream. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go outside. I hate people. I said that earlier on the stream, I think. I hate people. I really don't like people. It's so fine. I know, right? Welcome to the stream, Black Drake. I'm glad you could join us today as well. That sounds weird. Virtual weather would have to make things weird. I mean, golf would be fine. It's just that I suck at golf, though. Like, actual, like, golf, you know? It's not like going to the ranch and, like, shoot a few. Like, that's a different. You're still on about that. Someone likes the leggies. I can tell. Someone does like the legs. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's like it's a calm, relaxing stream today. I think this will be serving people like very well though if they're listening back to the stream later, like us having sort of conversation. I say like us. You chat is there. You chat. The chat is there. We're talking. You know, it's us. Even though I'm really the only one that's really speaking. You know. It wasn't scandalous. It was pretty alright. I got some decent shots in on that clip. Like, here's the deal. Here's the deal. So, I hadn't touched the clubs in 2 years or something. Like, I got those golf clubs for free because my father moved away. So he's like, oh, well, I can't bring them with me, so you have them. He has, like, issues with, like, his shoulders and stuff like that, so he doesn't enjoy playing golf anymore because it hurts. So he gave me his clubs, essentially. And I was like, I drove up to the golf range, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna attempt here. So I put down my phone, and the first, I think it was first 3 that were recorded. Those were my first 3 that I shot in, I don't know how long. And I've never been a golfer. I've never been good at golf. And I hit all 3 of them. Now, the first 2 were a little bit iffy. Like, they were pretty low. They weren't super good or anything like that. But I was proud, okay? Because I'm not a golfer. I've not played much golf. I haven't gone like much touring golf, anything like that. And it just worked. And I felt good when I did that. So that's why I posted it. I wanted to share that with you guys. You know? Leg reveal and everything. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not really good on. I'm such a Mr. Average. I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's like I can do okay on a lot of things, but most of the things I do is like I don't feel like I'm great at anything, you know? I mean, yeah. That's quite different, I'm pretty sure. But I will say though that video clip from that night or that evening when I did that, it's like I drove across town to that place, and I like the weather, the time of day, like it was like, I'm not gonna say it was perfect, but it was really nice and relaxing to do that. All by myself. There was not a single soul there. The last people, they had just left, I think, the range, and I showed up. Now, the issue I have with that, though, is like when you go to range and you shoot golf balls, you get like these buckets, and you put in your card and you pay for like an certain amount of golf balls. It's so fucking expensive, man. Like, disgustingly expensive. That, like, this is why it's like a rich sport. Like, sure, you need like your golf gear and your golf bag and your golf clubs, but it's like a thing like going to range and shooting some golf balls. It's like, yeah, here's an arm and a leg, you know? Too many near-death situations. I mean, that's pretty impressive. It's just like, it's not something you want to reenact or redo, you know? I don't know. Probably. I mean, there's probably some sad truth to it because you don't spend time around other people or areas in a specific way. We can put it like this. Okay, so I can share this too. The way I grew up, like sometimes, you know, this is like a very specific like culture you guys have over in the US with like going to high school and college and stuff like that. And that sort of culture in the same way, it doesn't like, you know, exist in the same way over here. Like, you know, with like the high school and college teams, you know, in the various sports or band camp stuffs or whatever. Like, you know, that, it just, the energy, like this sort of stuff. Now, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's probably just like in the movies, gosh. No, not like that. It's more, it's just like a completely different idea that over like in the US, for example, when it comes to like college sports and high school sports and the teams and tests and like everything like that. It just looks like a little bit more, like it's super fucking boring here. Like, I have some good memories from school though. Don't get me wrong. But it's not in any way, shape or form as serious or interesting or deep as it is over there. So like sometimes I get the feeling like, ah, damn, I'm like missing out. I missed out. You know, I would never like have that kind of like weird experience or like interesting experience, like meeting all these different people or like going to these different games or yeah, like nothing like that exists over here. But yeah, it's not like a healthy thought to have though. It's not a healthy way to go around thinking, but yeah, I thought I just want to share that. That's actually interesting. That's even less than me. Oh, I don't know. The law school I went to before I graduated. When I was 19, I think, 20. You know, I can only guesstimate. I have no fucking clue. But I wouldn't, like, I think we might have had something a little bit similar-ish. You know, I think our school is probably something a little bit similar. I don't think we're far off. We might have had a few more, but not by super much. You sound very, that's not very good, chat. Not very good chat conversation there. It's bad. But yeah, I can totally see like growing out like far on a farm or something like that. Far on a farm. Far out on a farm somewhere away from the civilization, how it could affect. Theme park playing mini golf. I for no reason whatever decided to just yeet the golf ball into oblivion. I was only later I realized the ball went through a few bushes and into a very crowded area. Yeah, imagine someone just standing on the other side and you just like get a random fucking golf ball like on there. Though in all fairness, it probably still hurt. But the mini golf balls, they're like mostly just like rubber. Like harder rubber. I mean, there is kind of like rubber in the regular golf balls too, I think. Because they kind of like change shape a little bit. But getting like hit with a mini golf ball is probably way nicer than a regular golf ball at least. Actually, mini golf is quite fun. I say like it's like a top sort of activity. Like if you have a visitor from somewhere, or like you have a friend over for the first time, and you have like a mini golf course around nearby where you live, it's a good activity, and you can do it with several different people too. Because even if you suck at golfing, like anyone can attempt mini golfing. Like, you know. That's like, you can't say the same thing about like real golf. Because that is actually kind of tricky. Mini golfing. It's good. It's a good activity. I think everyone should give it a go a few times here and there. Keep that in mind. A little bit mysterious there. Sorry to hear what a bad experience afterwards, though. I mean, I don't think like my experience were that great once I graduated either, but yeah. Hopefully things are better now. High school is meant to be kind of fun, though. Yeah, actually, when we talk a little bit about theme parks and stuff like that, it wasn't like super long ago. There's like the biggest amusement park in the Baltic area, like at least as far as I know, the biggest amusement park, like Norway, Finland, Sweden, and Denmark, I think, is Liseberg. They had like this. They're building like this water park area or something. And it wasn't like super long ago. I think it was just like a month ago or something. There was like this huge ass fire. You can probably look it up on YouTube even. You search like Liseberg fire. And essentially like the entire thing is burnt down. I think one person died too. They were like still stuck in there or something. It was pretty wicked as well. Like it's almost like a fire explosion even. Not sure exactly what happened. There was something that happened obviously, but yeah. Not very good. I've been to that park many times. Not the water park area. It was like some completely new thing that they added on, apparently. But, yeah, that kind of sucks. That's like, kind of like a big event. School is such an easy place for it to turn into a hell, though. I would say the later years of school, like before graduation, they were actually fine. I'd say they were fine. It's like a little bit before that, though. There's just a lot of like teenage people and their dumb ideas and dumb opinions and trying to be popular and stupid. I didn't really like that place that much either. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Hopefully that was a good time working at a place like that. Yes, stag nose. It went up in flames. Like a lot. There's like some really crazy clips on that. Yeah, you kind of like get into the groove of things. You know how things work around the school and where you're meant to go and what you're meant to do and all the people and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a chill experience. You know, it's a little bit like you're working at a job and you get used to the job and the work tax and stuff like that. So you kind of like start working a little bit on auto. You don't need to think about every single thing that you do. A little bit similar to school. You get used to it. Weirdly deep voice, you say? Curious. Why were you using a weirdly deep voice? Or do you mean that your voice is actually that deep, so now it's more like you use it all the time? Were you uncomfortable with using your voice before? Maybe. That could be it. Here's the thing, though. Everyone, like almost every single person is gonna be like uncomfortable hearing their own voice. Like, you know, typical streamer, musician, artist, voice actor kind of thing. Every single person, you know, it's getting used to your own voice, essentially. Everyone's gonna think their own voice sounds like shit. That's just how it is. Now, there are probably some exception, but like 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna think it sounds bad. And it's all about just getting used to it. Doesn't look appropriate for how I look. It doesn't sound appropriate for how I look, maybe. That makes me a little bit curious, though. Are you like corpse or something? Like super deep. But yeah, like even I have gone through that sort of stuff where like I didn't like... I mean, I still don't like how my voice sounds like. But by the point where you heard your own voice so many times, you kind of get used to it. That's just how it works. I usually say that to any person that I bump into, or like if I see a post somewhere or someone is talking about it, it's like, just listen to it over and over and over and over again. Eventually it just gets to the point where you're like, yep, that is my voice. That is how I sound like. I sound stupid, but that's just how it is. And again, it's also like, there are some people that just never like feel like they can get the voice that they want. They focus on like getting a different voice, sort of. That sounds like a fun ability, though. That sounds like actually a fun ability to use. It's like going to those like restaurants. It's like all children below the age of 10 eats for free, and then you just like try to go down a little bit and then talk with that squeaky voice. Getting a little bit older, it's like, oh, you're gonna go drinking at the pub or something, and it's just like, oh, you need to be over whatever age to drink here. It's like, don't talk to me like that. I am actually clever. It works, I'm sure. It's one way to do it. Oh my lordy, oh my lordy. We have been streaming for over 2 hours. Oh my god. Wow. 2-hour stream of just fucking talking, and I don't know. I don't think I do a very good job here. I really don't. I mean, sure, when you put it that way, if you're like closed off introverts, like, I can see how it probably become more of an issue. That's such a typical like school thing, though. Like something slightly amusing, and then someone is like forced to do it all the time. Because it's the only thing. Like that's the sort of thing. It's the only thing to talk about. It's the only way to like pull a conversation. It's actually, you need a little bit creativity and abilities to be able to hold a decent conversation without like overly like focusing on someone, making fun of someone, or yeah, I guess I'm not really making any sense right now. But we're kind of like going back to a little bit to some of the other stuff that we talked about earlier in the stream, really. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully it's better now, though. Hopefully it's not a big issue for you. But yes, I'm not gonna gamble here. I'm not gonna gamble my sanity, because I feel like I already gambled my sanity, because bad day today. Bad day today, bad mood. Not interested. I would actually have loved to do like a little bit of a gaming streams and stuff like that, but today just didn't feel like today was the day, you know? Didn't feel right. I also got this issue because right now I'm not recording the stream like locally to my drive because we're having conversation stream. I'm sort of running out on space. It's a little bit bad. Ah, thanks. I hope so too. Hopefully you get some good rest. Thanks for tuning into the stream. But yeah, it's I'm running out of space here, so I can't really do the local recording. I can probably do like 1, maybe 2 streams, and then it's over. So I need to like start like checking for clips or like deleting videos of recorded streams and stuff already. Like I'm actually running out of space here, and I'm not sure when that's gonna be solved. I'm gonna figure something out. I've started slowly but surely like going through old streams and just checking the raw recording if there's like any funny or interesting bits in the stream, and then like re-encoding them as clips and then deleting the entire recording. That saves a lot of space, but that's kind of like how I need to do it. Yeah, I mean, I think some people, they like to talk streams, and I don't mind having a talk stream every once in a while. This is, don't get me wrong, but like this kind of like how I think it, like, let's say I was way more popular, or we have way more people in the chat doing the stream hours and stuff like that, and like holding a conversation would be kind of tricky. This is the kind of stuff, like, if I had a Patreon or something, I would have like maybe like a weekly chit-chat stream, you know? Like, it would kind of be a thing where like, oh, I subscribe to your Patreon for whatever, $3 a month or something. It's like, cool, here's the link. We're having a private conversation chat now with all the Patreons, kind of thing. That's the sort of way I see these kind of streams if I was a bigger YouTuber. But I'm not, so. I like, you know, it's like the sort of personality thing. We can talk and we can have our conversations. It's a completely different thing. It's kind of... Patreons. No, I did not say that. I said Patreons. No, yeah, you were imagining things. Whatever. But yeah, that's the kind of way I'm seeing it. And I don't mind having conversations with people in the stream and stuff like that. I also like putting silly and stupid thumbnails. Great suggestion with the fax machine, by the way. But yeah, I'm not gonna gamble my sanity much longer. We'll see, maybe we can do a little bit of game stream the upcoming days. But I said, like, I need to sort out the space a little bit and whatnot. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Maybe we can play some old PlayStation 1 games. I still have some old PlayStation 1 games that I want to play on stream. And that will be fun. But preferably, I would want to do that when we have a few people more, like, available. I know, so we can have a chat going, and it would be a fun time and stuff like that. But I think that has been enough for me, you guys. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks for joining the conversations. Thanks for listening to me japping this night for these hours. And I hope the rest of your night is going to be nice, and that I will see you soon in the next one. You guys take care.